Welcome to the Spunky Spirit Podcast. I'm your host, psychic medium Carrie Muggs. This is where we learn all things spirit, everything from spiritual gifts, awakenings, ghosts, aliens, and starseeds. Nothing is untouchable, but always fun and spunky. I am honored to be on this spiritual journey with you, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Hello and welcome to Spunky Spirit. I am psychic medium Carrie Muggs, and today we're going to talk about frequency, how to raise your frequency. Now, we've been talking a lot about manifesting or manifestation or 1111. So I know that part of that is feeling or what frequency you're in or being in alignment. And so it's all about frequency. And so I've got some easy kind of fast ways to help you raise your frequency. And especially where this next week is Thanksgiving, gratitude is one of the highest vibrations. And so hopefully it can help you, because sometimes when we go into family functions, sometimes that can be very gratifying and very awesome, and sometimes it can be very hard. So this week is just a kind of a short little tidbit to help you with your vibration and your frequency, because when you're in alignment and when you have a higher frequency, it's easier to manifest. And I want you to be able to manifest fun this week and good times. I don't want you to sit and worry if you're anything like I used to be. I used to sit and worry sometimes some of the functions we would go to because they were kind of toxic. And now I just am like, it's going to be fun. I'm who I am. And if they don't like it, that's just too bad, because I love who I am. So I want to start out by kind of giving a quote by Abraham Hicks. If you don't know Abraham Hicks, she's awesome. Esther Hicks, Abraham is someone she channels, but they say, as you think, you vibrate. And as you vibrate, you attract. So that goes, all thoughts have vibration. All thoughts have a certain vibration to them. And they're kind of the same way when you feed your body food. Food has a vibration, and so when it goes into your body, it can affect the vibration of your body and your physical vibration. So the goal is you want to be light and you want to be at a higher frequency. You want to feel good, because it's hard to manifest and it's hard to do things when you're at a lower vibration or when you're at a lower frequency. And even when spirits come in, they all say it's about getting on the same vibration, on the same frequency. It's all about like attracts like. And this is just the law of the universe. There's certain laws of the universe, and this is just the way it is. And so you can manifest change according how you direct your thoughts and emotions, and your thoughts and emotions have a frequency to them. And so sometimes we're always like in a funk, or we're kind of sad on certain days. And so this is just kind of a little bit of a way to help you raise that vibration. And honestly, if you do this enough, it can help you. It can become a habit, and your thoughts can become habits, and your habits become actions, and your actions can help with goals or the things that you want. So, because Albert Einstein even said everything in life is a vibration, and everything is, even where you're sitting, all the things that you're doing, all of it has a vibration to it. So this is just kind of like a little fast pick-me-up. It's by no means going to, like, if you're like clinically having clinical depression or things like that. I mean, you can try this every day and see if it helps. I'm sure it will have some significance to it or help a little bit, but this is just kind of maybe something to, if you're kind of in a funk and you kind of want a little bit of help. Also too, this raising your vibration or raising your frequency helps you connect to loved ones. And loved ones like to be around family gatherings. So when they come through, they say that they don't always have to be, their frequency doesn't have to be just one place. Their frequency is like Wi-Fi or radio station, and lots of people can tune into their frequency. So lots of people can tune into a spirit's frequency. So if you have a past loved one, they can be with like multiple amounts of people, but when you have a family gathering, they can focus all their frequency there, and they love that. So I think that when you raise your frequency a little bit, then that will help you to connect. So be aware of what's going on. at your family gatherings, because more than likely your ancestors will be there too, or your lost loved ones will be there too. So when you vibrate at a higher level, you feel lighter, you feel happier, and you feel more at ease. And so when you're at lower vibrations, you kind of feel heavy and dark and confused. So we always want to be at the higher or the lighter or the happier. And so this is kind of going to help you do that. Now, there's different ways that you can raise your vibration. Kind of, some ways are like constant, like the foods you eat, things like that. That's why when you eat a lot at Thanksgiving, you feel tired, because you kind of lower that vibration a little bit, because food grounds you. It's a lot. So gratitude. Gratitude is the first. That's why I kind of did it on this too, because gratitude is the highest vibration. It's the quickest way to amp up your vibration. You can even try it right now. And you can look around your room and turn your attention to something that you are thankful for at this moment, something in the room, even if it's like a squirrel or a cat, or just where you've come or how far you've come, or the sun. That's another thing too. The sun, if you can get out in the sun, that is a huge frequency raise. Walking in the sun daily or being out in the sun. So taking a walk, if you're at a place where you're kind of getting overstimulated or overwhelmed, then you can go for a walk. I remember pretty much when I was younger, my grandfather would go for a walk after we ate every Thanksgiving, just to kind of ground himself, I think, and to get away from the overstimulation. So walking outside, gratitude, and while you're walking, maybe have some, kind of look around and be grateful for the squirrel that's running around the fence. Or it'll kind of transform your mindset and your outlook, and kind of give you an experience of spiritual awareness and appreciation for the little things. So coming with gratitude is also love. Love is, kind of think of somebody who's easy to love, someone that you love with all your heart, and visualize them sitting in front of you and notice how you feel. Or it could be an animal that you love, because love is up there with gratitude as one of the highest vibrating states. And it could be cool too, because you might be surrounded with the ones you really love, lots of family. This can also be hard too, because some people, sometimes being around family is a little hard. It depends, because they maybe don't love you unconditionally, but you know what? You love you. So remember that too. So, another thing is you could take a rose quartz to the family gathering, put it in your pocket, put it in some sort of your clothing, and surround yourself with bright light, white light. So also generosity will raise your frequency. Any type of meditation or breath work, remember to just stop and breathe. If you get into a state where you're kind of overwhelmed, remember to breathe. Breathing calms your nervous system, it improves your mood, and it brings out peaceful feelings. So lots of spiritual practices. It's just hard to do that in front of people if you're in front of people. Maybe eliminate alcohol. Sometimes it's needed in family gatherings, but if you want to raise your, frequency just a little bit, you could maybe reduce that, or the toxins. Always think positive thoughts. We've talked about this before too. Music is huge. You can start a little dance, do any kind of high vibrating music, anything that puts you in a good vibrating mood, like dancing. I know that it also helps release energy and move energy. A lot of times in between readings will play a song or something that will put me in a good mood, or a kick-ass mood, or something like that to help with that. Another one is to chant Om. Om means omnipotent, and it is the closest thing to source. Research shows that chanting Om brings down your neural activity in your brain with the neural activity down. So it means omnipotent, source. It brings in relaxation. And so that also is kind of funny though, but you could leave and go to a different bathroom, like a different room, and do the That's why sound, it's kind of a sound frequency, so it helps raise you to that, and your voice has that power, or your sound has that power. It encompasses all sounds of the universe, and this chanting fills your body with positive energy. It is considered the supreme mantra of the Hinduism and the Buddhism. So Another one is to connect to earth. I know we talked about going on a walk, but if it's nice where you're at, you could even take your shoes off. Yeah. We talked about moving your body, dancing, jumping, stretching. That's also taking a walk. Anything outside in nature is nice too. Yeah, kind of shake it off and relax. But that's kind of hard when you're in kind of a hard situation or overstimulated. You might need to leave the room, put on some earphones, things like that. Um, Take a saltwater bath. You can do that when you get home or right before you go. I always tell people when I give readings to, if they feel a little bit overwhelmed when they get home, to drink lots of water. Drink, and a lot of people start. I've been doing this. Is I put salt in my water because the salt water helps. It helps to ground. It helps to it helps you to just to relax. And so then you're grounded, but also at the same time you're raising your frequency. So we always kind of have to ground, because if we raise our frequency too fast or too high, then we still can raise our frequency. Grounding just helps us, like, so when you plug in an electric appliance and it works, and so you plug it in to give it power and to raise its frequency, but that source of energy has somewhere to go, so that's that grounding. So make sure that you're kind of grounded when you do some of this stuff too. Make sure you spend time with like-minded people. So if there are people around that you can be with at this time when you're kind of overwhelmed, then that would be a good idea too. Always, visualization is always a good idea. That can help visualize the things that you want. This is really, really good with manifesting also. And my one favorite one too is be in the present moment. Don't worry about what's happening in the future. Don't worry about what happened in the past. Just be in the present. Spirit can only talk to you when you're in the present moment, and be aware of what's going on. When you're in the present moment, you are no longer, you're not in your thoughts, you're not in your head, and you become open to that infinite intelligence, and open to spirit. Also, you can light a candle or be around a fire. Fire is very, very one of the 5 elements of nature, and it helps. It's like almost like the sun. It can be as therapeutic or as healing as the sun. So, and that the sun is my favorite. My favorite. Make sure you watch your thoughts, how you're talking to yourself. Use positive affirmations, and just kind of shift your focus if you have to. Like, why are you kind of in a funk? Why are you, what can you do? Do some of these things to kind of like lift your mood. Some of them, sometimes you can also use scents. I can't use candles because they give me headaches, but you can use scents sometimes. So, and we also talked about the higher vibration foods. There's yoga. All of this kind of goes back to, drink high vibration water. So yeah, write something on your water bottle. We've talked about that too. And that's just kind of like what you can also meditate. All these things, we've talked about this before, but these are just fast things to kind of help you if you need help this week to kind of raise your frequency, or kind of focus your attention on yourself, and give you a higher vibration, just because the holidays are beautiful and they're awesome, and it is great. But sometimes for some people they can be hard, especially if you lost a loved one. And sometimes they can be hard because there's difficult family members to deal with. So I really want you to take really good care of yourself this next week, especially through Thanksgiving. Always keep yourself mindful of what your thoughts are. Keep yourself in balance. Eat high vibrating foods. Just be really conscious of what you're putting into your body and into your mind this week, because you just align better, and you're more in your vortex when you're more in alignment, and you're not so out of tune when you're at a higher frequency. So I hope that helps. This is really fast this week, and I will not be doing a podcast next week because next week is Thanksgiving. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. Since we've been talking about manifesting so much, I thought this would help. And it's kind of interesting to me that gratitude is the highest vibe. So gratitude is the highest frequency and the highest vibration. And I say thank you every day to Spirit for my family, for my clients, for my business. It's part of my prayer that I say each day before I have clients come. It's worked into, so when I have clients and I do readings, I have a little kind of prayer or saying that I do before each one, and saying thank you is part of that. So kind of work that every day. There can be gratitude journals. You can write down automatic writing and you can put at the top what I'm grateful for, and you can keep writing that. That will put you in a really good mood. Anything that, instead of like thinking about all the things that you have to accomplish, think about how far you have come and thank Spirit for that, and thank your spiritual team for that. Gratitude is amazing, and sometimes I know it is hard to find gratitude in your life. It really is. I remember when I was going through, it was so crazy, when I was going through my divorce, I didn't think I could be thankful for anything. I was thankful for my 4 kids, and even that, it was really hard being a single mom. But now I look back and I'm so grateful for my divorce. So grateful. It was like the best thing that ever happened to me, and it's made me who I've become now. But in the moment I wasn't, and I didn't think I would ever be grateful for it. But now I'm so grateful, so grateful for it. So, try and find the good in all things. And if you can't, just say out loud, I know I'm going to be grateful for this one day. But loss is a little bit different than that, because I don't think you'll ever be grateful. That's a little bit harder. So don't expect yourself to feel grateful for that. But you can be grateful for some of the way you've reacted, or you can be grateful for some of the tender mercies that you've received, since then, or some of the things that maybe have happened since then. So, or the relationships that you've maybe had because of it. So just find the light in everything, find the gratitude in everything, or try and be grateful in almost try and find the light, or try and find, somewhere there's got to be a light in it, and try and find that light. And even though you can't see it, just be grateful that one day you will. And then maybe that will help it come to you sooner. So I hope that helps you guys. I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. I just am so grateful for you guys, and I can't leave this. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys are the reason why I'm doing this. You guys are the reason why I'm here. I just know that without you, I couldn't do this. And so I'm so grateful for you, and I want you to really, really feel that, because words can't even express how grateful I am. So remember, this week, you have everything that you need inside of you. You do not need anybody else's approval. You are badass just the way you are. And remember mostly that you are the magic. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you could subscribe so you never miss an episode,